I wrote down everyone else's names who was also auditioning, because we knew who each other. We knew everyone that was going, okay? And so like these guys are all our friends, you know what I'm saying? So it's easy for us to know all the great things they do. And what I did is I wrote how much better every one of those guys was than me at something. And so I thought, well, this is helpful to me because I don't want to worry about any of that. People have to be who they are, so I have to have the courage to just go and do what I do. And it included Portnoy as well. I'm like, I can't be him. You can't replace somebody. You can't hit a drum the same as another human being. It's not possible. So by writing it all down, I was able to accept it and go, I lose in every case here, and it's okay. This is an opportunity, and I'm going to go do my best with what I have.
Drumming is a calling. You don't choose the drums choose you. And when this passion and motivation is in your heart and it wants to come out, I believe it's our duty to explore this and do whatever it takes to make this happen and to take action. And it might not make sense. People might think you're crazy. It might not be logical, but just to trust your intuition and to just do this and make it happen and see where it takes you, and you will feel fulfilled, you will feel at peace, and you will feel the energy, joy, and passion that may be missing from your life. And I want to share this clip from amazing master drummer and one of my mentors and inspiration, Mike Mangini. And he's actually being interviewed here by one of my other teachers and big inspirations in my life, Dom Famularo. And as you know, LTR is life through rhythm, an attitude and a way of life where we live confidence and we believe in ourselves in everything we do on the drums and in life. So there's these qualities. You know, everybody talks about the notes and the drumming and the sheet music and all that, the rudiments and techniques. All that is fantastic. I love that stuff too. But it's these qualities that are behind the drumming that actually make the drumming possible, that really make it shine through. Things like focus, confidence, believing in yourself, self-belief in your vision, and what we're going to hear in this clip, humility and courage. So many of these so-called ruts and things in our way, these obstacles, can actually become the way forward. The obstacle becomes the way. These things in our way can actually become fuel for the fire to carry us forward, where we learn, and when we fail, we actually have the courage to keep going, to persevere, and to use these obstacles as the way forward. But this takes massive courage and belief in our vision and who we are and what we have to say. Humility is also knowing that we don't know everything. People can do things better than us, but that doesn't take away what we have to say and how unique we are. And humility is just, I'm going to learn, I'm going to do the best I can in this situation, and I'm going to give my best at all times, and I'm going to learn from these people that are better for me. I take this attitude in my band, Modus Factor, where I kind of feel like the worst in the band. And I know that might sound crazy, but the attitude is I want to surround myself with people that are better than me, that bring out something and take me to a level that maybe I couldn't have got to on my own. And this really takes a lot of humility. I might, want to surround myself with people that, oh, I'm like the best here and they're like below me and I'm looking great. No, I'm not going to learn, and I'm not going to be pushed to a new level. And there's always something that someone could do better than you. So if you have an audition coming up or just something you're nervous about that you have to face, watch Mike Mangini talking about how he auditioned for Dream Theater. So he actually says when he went in there to audition, he did two things that really helped him actually get the gig. He's like, he's in Dream Theater. He got it out of all these other drummers. But he shares here two really almost secret weapons that got him to this level. And number one is humility. So we talked about that. It's knowing that, okay, all these other people do things that I cannot do, but I'm going to go in and be me. And he says he actually made a list of all the things. Okay, this person does this better, this person does this better, and they can all do these things that I cannot do. So, okay, I'm at peace with that. And I'm at peace with me and what I can offer, and I believe in who I am and my vision of what my self-expression and creativity can do to enhance the music and elevate the world. And he talks about this here, having the humility of that, knowing, imagine going into an audition and going, you know what, all these people can do, this person has faster feet, this person can read better, I'm gonna go in and be the best me that I can be. And that brings us to the second thing, over prepare. Preparation, just do the reps, do the push-ups over and over and over. So he goes into detail here. He says, I wrote down what would be in my duffel bag. I wrote down what would I do if my headphones fail. I got a backup. I wrote down this. And he takes all these notes and really took the time to prepare and go through it. And when you live with courage and humility, you are tapping into your possibility and potential. And one of my favorite concepts, I call it MIQ, most important question, is the questions that we ask. And two important questions that they get into here is asking, why not? Why not try this new thing? Why not explore this new adventure? Why not try and give it my best? What would happen? And exploring that possibility and potential. And the second question is, what if? What if I did this? And I meet so many people on the path. They say, I'm this age, I've always wanted to do it. I've waited. And that's great to start now. Take advantage of the time. But some people never do. And then time passes and regret seeps in. And to me, regret is the ultimate pain. So if you're asking yourself these questions, questions that matter, questions that bring out the best in you, you will win and you'll never feel this. So asking why not and what if are amazing questions. So enjoy this clip with two of my greatest inspirations, Dom Famularo and Mike Mangini, on humility and courage.
You know, I like the fact that you mentioned it's a calling. It's a term that I use all the time because, listen, the calling just basically means there's something greater that is pulling you into this path that sometimes you can't explain. You have to trust your instinct. You've got to just trust your gut, and you go for it and you do it. And as you have followed music that way, you've also designed your kit and you're playing that way, where you just went with your gut. You wanted stuff on the left side, you put it there. And then when you put it there, you then develop the skill to really use it well.
Yes, this kit was made before I knew how to do it. It was nothing. It was a tool. You understand that? It's like, you have to have the courage to follow that. I'm not afraid that I can't do this. It's called humility, and that has a lot to do with, a fortunate upbringing for me, because, it's like you're asking me questions, and it's not so much, my opinion, my thing, me this and me that. It's more about, no, wait a minute. We all have an opportunity with our will, we all have free will, we all have an opportunity to choose. Do you want to have humility or do you want to be filled with pride? Which way are you going to go? Which way? Because it's an inherent source thing in our souls. And that calling, when it lines up with that beautiful thing that's good, the reward is unbelievable. So it's like anybody can be that person. You can choose the road of humility or you can choose the road of being prideful. Which one are you going to choose, And upbringing helps to have some courage, to not be afraid to, okay, I admit it, I'm awful at this. I can't do it at all. And everyone on the planet is better than me. Okay, they all win, but I got some work to do because I know where I got to go.
It's kind of interesting, Mike. When you talk about this here, you speak of the word humility. People have to understand what that means. Humility means there's always going to be someone better than what we do. So we have to understand that there's always going to be a learning and a growth process and a learning curve. And if we have the kind of calling and the passion to push us to learn, we're going to keep on learning until the day we die.
Yeah, it's the way to go. You know, it's interesting. Part of my preparation for the Dream Theater audition was to take notes on anything and everything. And I had been teaching this concept for a while, and I had been auditioning since I lost my first one at age 13, and then that didn't happen again. As I know exactly what happened. I had all the talent and ability, but I lost my mind. I was thinking of the wrong things in the audition. That's another story. It was a district, school band snare drum kind of thing, orchestra thing. Anyway, but before the Dream Theater audition, I wrote down what's going to be in my duffel bag. What if they ask me to play songs I don't know? What if I can't hear myself? What if my headphones break? Do you know that by writing these things down and making solutions, it calmed me? But the one other thing I wrote down everyone else's names who was also auditioning, because we knew who each other. We knew everyone that was going, okay? And so like these guys are all our friends, you know what I'm saying? So it's easy for us to know all the great things they do. And what I did is I wrote how much better every one of those guys was than me at something. And so I thought, well, this is helpful to me because I don't want to worry about any of that. People have to be who they are, so I have to have the courage to just go and do what I do. And it included Portnoy as well. I'm like, I can't be him. You can't replace somebody. You can't hit a drum the same as another human being. It's not possible. So by writing it all down, I was able to accept it and go, I lose in every case here, and it's okay. This is an opportunity, and I'm going to go do my best with what I have. So Dom, yeah, I mean, you're right about that, and it affected me in a big way, you know?
But you really brought, to the table with the band a different, set of rules that only Mike Mangini can deliver.
Yeah, well, that's what I want. That's why they brought me in, but that was my intention. Why not? It's the same thing. It's like, well, I'm going to set up the hi-hat on this side and do this, and I can't do it, but why not? Because I'm seeing the possibility. So I see the possibility with the band and with everybody I work with. So why not?
Hey, I love that propelling force of why not.
Yeah.
As we question ourselves, why not? And then you end up trying it, you go for it, and you discover things that you would have never discovered before.
Yes, a lot of fat lips, eye hits, broken knuckles. Yes, a lot of that too. But why not?